ever had a bad day? My sister had a bad day. She had a bad day when I had to identify me in this car crash. You see, I was pretty messed up, and the only way she could identify me were by my painted fingernails and this pinky ring which stayed on throughout the crash. Today, I'm going to share with you how I survived and thrived through the biggest challenge of my life, and offer suggestions on how you can survive and thrive in both your work and personal lives. You will leave here knowing the tips on how you can survive and thrive through any challenge that comes in your life. Because we were perpendicular in the road, the impact threw my head into the side window and then into the front seat. I was not buckled, causing 2 severe traumatic brain injuries, one to the left lobe of my brain and one to the front lobe of my brain, which sent me into coma. And how I was fed was through a feeding tube like this that went up my nose and down to my stomach. Now, do you remember when we were little, or maybe even any of your kids, ever stick pencils, crayons, fingers, jelly beans, coins, marbles up their nose? Did anybody ever do that when they were little? Or maybe have to go to the emergency room to take it out. When I was speaking at a class last week at a school, yeah, I had to go to the emergency room, the guy told me. Well, I had to also learn new words too. But the bad thing is I carried over some of the inappropriate words that I shouldn't have. So the cool thing about brain injury is that my mom could walk through that door. I could call her every name in the book and tell her exactly what I thought of her and totally get away with it. It was great. I took full advantage. So how do you survive and thrive? I've talked a little bit about how I survived through the crash, but how do you thrive? First, surrender. Let go of things you can't control. Let go of things that have happened to you in the past. Have you ever said to yourself, I will never get ahead in this company. I seem to always attract the wrong relationships. If someone comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing? You say, I'm hanging in there. I'm fine. I'm okay. That type of response is your thought. If you choose to keep those thoughts in your head, you're going to stay exactly where you are. So let go of the past. If there are things that happened to you in the past that are keeping you where you are, let go of that. Other ways positive attitudes can help us. Allows us to live longer, healthier lives. Helps to cope with life's daily activities. Again, not doing the negative self-talk. Helps us manage and handle stress, because if we handle it incorrectly, stress will handle us in a bad way. And leads to happiness and success. The P in steps, persevere. Persevere with fortitude and determination. Okay, let's break this down. Persevere. Be steadfast. Stay to the course. Fortitude, strength. Strength when you don't have any more. Strength is when burnout is not an option. Strength is keep on keeping on. I mean, how many of us have been to the point where we've been burnt out, but we just keep putting on, like for an agent, if an insured comes in your office and they need something right away and it's the end of the day, 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and you're just burnt out. Fortitude gets you to that point. And each one of us, the good news is, has some degree of fortitude. For life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. But many a coward turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. But he learns too late when the sun goes down how close he was to that golden crown. Victory is defeat turned inside out, the silver tint of clouds of doubt. You may never know how near you are. It may be close when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. And that, my friends, is how you survive and thrive.